How are you?
Oh, now I can.
Okay.
Turn it up. Are you ready? Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the campus of Bishop Guertin High School, Division I girls basketball action on the Highlight Guy. My name is Jason Roby. Steve Cody is on the moving pictures. I am joined here by the Salem head coach, Ricky Oliver. And, Coach, after coming over from Nashua North, you were a coach at Nashua North. A lot of people don't know this. Coach Oliver was actually a coach here at Bishop Guertin prior to Nashua North, and now he is the head man, the 2019 NHIAA Coach of the Year, by the way, for this Salem High School Blue Devil team. And, Coach, looking at your record on the outset, it's a 3-6 team. You played Pinkerton really tough, a 66-44 game. But when I look at your roster, the thing that sticks out to me is the youth in this program. You have 11 freshmen and sophomores combined. I know you have a junior, I know you have a senior, but it's a youth movement in Salem, isn't it?
Yes, it is. They're working hard. I mean, the freshmen are really kind of surprised me a lot, you know. And this is by far the youngest team that I had even year one at Nashua North.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And to just have 11 underclassmen, 10th and 11th grade, 9th and 10th graders, it's really unheard of.
So,
right?
I have to ask you, with a group that young, is it a situation where you say, okay, we know we're going to take some lumps early on. We're going to face some kids that are just older, physically stronger, more experienced. But is this the kind of group, when you look at this team, it seems like these young ladies, they really don't want to wait for a year or two. They kind of want to get into it right now, don't they?
Right, they do. You know, we have a definite learning curve that we're working through, you know, because just 8, 9, 10 months ago, 6 of those were playing middle school basketball.
Crazy.
Which is completely different, right?
Yeah.
So when you sit back and you look at what we have here, you're looking at young ladies that are 14, 15 years old playing older students, right?
Right.
And they're working really hard. We're going to take our lumps. You know, I tell them all the time, it's the race, right? It's, you know, we need to peak at a certain time.
Sure.
Right? And, you know, we just need to get better every day we hit the floor.
So I have to ask you, based on those comments, is this a team where you have, certainly, and I talked to you last night, you said, look, a season goal for us, a great goal would be make the postseason with this group. I'm sure you have some goals for your kids tonight, some measurables that after this, no matter how it goes, you can look at it and say, we did A, B, and C, we got to work better on D, E, and F. But is there even a longer-term goal? Like, is this a team where you look and you say, okay, there's the long-term goal is kind of in year 2 and 3 and 3 and 4 with this group?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we'll get through this year. We just got to get to the playoffs, right, to get that experience. And then next year, I think things change for us, right? I think we're a year older. Both classes are a year older. You're talking juniors and sophomores now.
Right.
And then you take some of the valuable pieces from the JV squad and integrate them in there, right? So I think that it's going in the right direction.
Yeah.
It's just a tough rebuild, right?
And the JV squad, oh, by the way, it was a game. It was a good game, and they battled for 4 quarters. And if that's any indication as to where this Salem program is going, you have to be chomping at the bit a little bit for a couple years down the road. Not to overlook what you're going to do here tonight and what the goal is for tonight, but it's a great thing for your future, no question.
It is. I mean, it's really reteaching how to play the game of basketball without a lot of instruction.
Right.
Let it flow. Take what the defense gives you. Understand that we as coaches, we have our own system that we run, but understand that you got to take what the defense gives you, right?
Yeah,
and give them that flexibility.
So that being said, what's the goal coming in here tonight? Look, a smaller gym floor. You know these guys play with their hair on fire. They're going to press you. They're going to run. They have a lot of height in the front court and the back court. How does that? What does that do for your team tonight? And what is the goal for your team tonight?
Well, okay, so we haven't practiced all week. All right, we played a game Tuesday.
Yeah.
Didn't have practice yesterday.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of video work, a lot of messages back and forth and stuff of that nature. Me as a coach, I know what we're getting ready to face. Me as their coach, I got to explain that to them that, look, they're good. All right? I've been in this for 23 years.
Yeah.
And this is by far the best team that I've seen.
Yeah, I got to agree with you there. And I think based on what you just said, look, there's a growth mindset there, right? You take a lot from from a loss as much as you do from a win sometimes. And sometimes you look back on a game a year or two prior and say, our team started that night, or we started building our legacy on that night. Is that kind of the message that you give to these girls tonight?
The message that I gave to them tonight when we just left the locker room, I said, we just played a great game against Pinkerton.
Yeah.
We played them tight 3 quarters, only down by 4 going in the 4th. We ran out of gas. Our main goal is not to go backwards, right?
Awesome.
To continue to go forward. We need to get through this game, practice tomorrow, practice Saturday, play again Monday, play again Tuesday, and then play again next Friday. Right?
He's a man that's done this before. He's been there, done that, been down this road. Looking forward, Coach, to the things that you have in store for this program, and I wish you the best of luck tonight.
Thank you so much.
Coach Ricky Oliver, the head man for Salem High School, want to thank him for joining us tonight, and we're going to take it down on the court in just a second here for starting lineups. Coach, thanks for joining us. All right.
Thank you.
No, that's good. Brad, we'll get Brad at the end. We'll get Coach Brad Crake at halftime. Have a lot of questions for him as they played a Bishop Guertin team that number 2 in Massachusetts at the time. It was a team that did not go away. 10-point victors, but about midway through the second quarters when Guertin went on their run and it was never really in doubt. Not to be outdone, this is a Guertin team that will head to Emerson, the campus of Emerson College, and play Wachusett. And Wachusett, one of the teams that gave them one of their losses from a year ago. So the redemption tour will continue, but there's work to be done here as an upstart Salem High School Blue Devil team comes into the Kliga Dome ready to do battle with the Bishop Guertin Cardinals, the undefeated Bishop Guertin Cardinals. And we'll meet the starting lineup for these Blue Devils. And out go the lights. Number 2, Lillian George gets the start for Coach Oliver. Number 10, Ayla Regan, sophomore guard. Gabriella Masta getting the start. Number 15 is Charlotte Hinchy, also out there. Now we'll meet the Cardinals. There was one Salem Blue Devil I didn't quite get, so we'll make sure we revisit those starting lineups when they come onto the floor. Need some flashlights up here, Steve. Brooke Paquette dropped 23 in the game against Guertin. Number 11, Olivia Murray, had a great game herself against Guertin, pulling in a double-double. Hannah Lynch, the junior. Megan Stack, also a double-double in that game against Guertin. And rounding out the starting 5, and who I think is probably having her best year, Caitlin Wheeler. She's really come a long way in just a year's time. All right, we'll take this time out for the national anthem, and we'll be right back for the tip. right, the Bishop Guertin Pep Band with a wonderful rendition of the national anthem, and we are just about to get things underway here. I just wanted to send a get well soon, Mom. My mom, Martha Roby, had minor surgery yesterday, and she's at home resting. So, Ma, if you're watching your son, hello and get well soon from myself and the highlight guy. And speaking of the highlight guy, Steve, I got to tell you, I was walking into the building tonight, and a clown held the door for me. What a nice gesture. All right, we are ready to go here. It's been a while since Steve and myself have the A-Team, so to speak. And if you've never watched the A-Team, what a great collection of characters. We have been right at home with those guys. Salem High School takes the floor. And the young lady that we missed was Madeline Bealey, number 11. She comes in averaging 4 points a game. Coach Oliver, nice enough to share some statistics with us. We'll be giving for you as well. Brad Craig put a nice season synopsis packet together for us here. Guertin wins the tip. Murray goes up and under. Leather souffle to start things off. It was a good block by Bealey. And back the other way comes Salem. Fired from the outside. Back iron. No offensive rebound. And getting called for the travel was Hinchy. She caught it falling backwards. Didn't have a chance to establish her feet. So the turnover will give Bishop Guertin the ball. Guertin in their white home uniform. Salem in all blue. The white trim. Murray, reverse layup, no, and the rebound goes to Paquette. Cardinals kicking around. Murray will try from deep, no. Battling on the boards. Guertin owning the offensive glass. Paquette, no. And another opportunity. Stack, pretty bounce pass, and finishing underneath was Caitlin Wheeler. Cards will apply their pressure. Salem handles it, comes back the other way. It'll be interesting to see what this Blue Devil team does, not having any practices in the last week, as going up for an uncontested was George. She missed. Stack goes baseline, kick out. Lynch now, left-hand dribble, throws one up, and no. The trajectory on that one was doomed from the start. Salem reverses the floor and comes back the other way. 2-0 Guertin advantage, 6:47 to go here, opening quarter. Jason Roby along with Steve Cody, the highlight guy, bringing the action to you. That one went off the top of the backboard, goes out of bounds off of a Blue Devil horn. Guertin possession. Salem looking to pick up just over the half court, and they do. Paquette now sets the offense up just around half court. Will move to her left, directing traffic. Murray now. Stack at the left elbow, goes up with the left hand, no. And back the other way comes Salem, one-on-one. Throws it up, no. Board goes to Paquette. Paquette had 23 points in the win against Fian. Thought she was going to get another leather souffle there, and back the other way comes Salem. 2-on-2 opportunity, 3-on-3 now. Murray beat her to the spot. Ball goes off of her, and good defense by the Cardinals as ball goes off of Paquette's wing, and Salem will set up underneath the hoop. As we mentioned, a 8-0, 9-0 overall Bishop Guertin team, and smart play there as she couldn't find anybody to get it into. Mosto just threw it in off of Murray's feet, and we'll get a new 5 seconds. Hinchy, 15-on-15 there, kicks it out up top. On ball pick, a double team, and good help defense. However, the ball was swatted away, and Salem retains possession. Blue Devils showing good patience in the half-court set. Pick on ball, but she lost her dribble, and that's an inexperienced move right there. As coming back the other way, pretty pass from Paquette to Wheeler, and she's got all 4 points for the Cardinals. Crossover dribble, back up top, dribble, penetrate, pretty move. and couldn't get the roll. Nice move there by George. And 2-on-1, 3-on-1. Murray took it all the way. And will be hacked in the act. That foul will go against Ayla Reagan. That's her first personal, as checking in is Molly Mosto. She will come in for who I believe to be Sister Gabriella Mosto. Murray, three-point opportunity, knocks it down. 7-0 Cardinals. But I will say it hasn't been easy. Salem has missed some bunnies here in the early going, some good looks. They've battled hard on the offensive glass. Guertin, of course, owning their own offensive glass, and getting second and third opportunities is not what you want to allow this Cardinal team to do. And a good play there by Coach Oliver as Regan lost her dribble and was going to get caught in no man's land. Coach Oliver burns through a timeout, but it's a good timeout. He gets an opportunity to talk to his young club. As we mentioned, 6 freshmen, 5 sophomores on this varsity roster. Just 1 junior and 1 senior. The lone senior is Vanya Moniz. She's a captain. So the band will be here. We'll be dueling with the band today, Steve. I know if you want at any time, I don't know if you brought your French horn and you want to go over and join the band, but I can certainly double duty and work the camera a little bit while you play with them. I'm just kidding. He does not play the French horn. It's the trombone. All right, I digress. 4:57 to go here. First quarter action. Guertin up 7-0. Salem. Good help defense once again, and that's really been a hallmark or a trademark of this Guertin team, is working on the glass there. Nothing to show for it but possession. It was Mosto who had just come in. She had a good look at it. Another turnover. That ball gets tipped. Last touch is Caitlin Wheeler, so Blue Devil ball. Gabriella Mosto will check back in, and she will give Madeline Bealey a rest. Full court pressure being applied here by the Cards. Looks like the 1-2-1-1. Easily broken. Nice job there. Three-point bucket knocked down, and that looked like Gabriella Mosto. So Salem is on the board. 7-3 now. Spin move. Pretty move at that. And a nice finish by Megan Stack, who will get a three-point opportunity. Foul will go against Charlotte Hinchy, the junior on the team. As Daly and Muller will check in for the Cardinals. Murray and Lynch will head to the bench. Meanwhile, Coach Oliver, following up with Lindsay Getz, will come in. Stack completes the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Again, the pressure handled by Salem, but it goes off the foot of the recently checked in Getz. Skip pass, Paquette, ball faked, runner in the lane, no, rebound goes to Hinchy. Crossover dribble, brings it back up the middle of the floor, does Getz. Looking for some offense, guarded closely there by Muller. Salem trying to get into their half-court set. Baseball pass thrown across the key. Ball gets tipped, knocked out of bounds by Stack. Salem possession. Early going of this one, a 10-3 Guertin advantage. As we mentioned, and I tried to use the old play where you hit it off the defender, and she kept it in bounds. And says, Wheeler says, look, I was a freshman once. I will not fall for that. And they go back the other way. And the bucket was rewarded. 3 Blue Devils underneath the glass battling for that rebound. It'll go off of them. Murray running the point now. Got it over to Daly. Daly using the pivot foot. And a pretty move underneath. Good recognition as Stack was rewarded. She played on the low post, got the delivery from the elbow. Salem will run. They have the numbers. Get out of my kitchen! And back the other way comes Muller. Pretty bounce pass. Murray goes up, and they're going to say travel, and both officials agreed with it. They let the near side official call it, but they both were on the same page as Wheeler will come out. Paquette comes back in. 14-3 Cardinals, 2:46 to go here, first quarter. And you can always tell the effectiveness of a press break by how many times the ball touches the floor. Oh, nice shot fake there, going up into the paint. And it looks like Daly's going to get called for that personal. And that is the first team foul on the Cardinals. 2 team fouls against Salem. Heading to the line for Salem is number 13, Gabriella Masto. She also is a captain, sophomore captain. She back irons the first. She averages 8 points a game for this Blue Devil team. Second only to Getz's 9 a game. 1 out of 2 for the captain. Cardinals quickly getting it up the floor. Pop, drop. And a nice one there by Murray. A little mid-range jumper. Paquette steals it. Nice bounce pass underneath to Murray, who goes up and gets hacked in the act. So she'll head back to the line. Foul going to go against Valerie Nunez. That's her first personal, the team's third. Heading to the line will be Olivia Murray. And thus far, she's had a monster first quarter. 8 points after that make. She'll get another. Knocks down the second. 2 out of 2 for the senior guard. And here comes the pressure again. And that was a pass that just not on the mark, but another block shot. If I'm not mistaken, that could be Hinchy's third block of the game. Baseline runner, no, and Lynch got her hands into the action. Cards will run 5-on-2. Nice bounce pass baseline. Oh, and on that shot fake, Wheeler, or rather Muller, was going to go baseline. Was able to get Masto, Gabriella Masto, in the air and landed on the small of Wheeler's hip, or her back rather. They come back into her. Nice little half hook is no good. Salem will come the other way. They don't have the numbers. They'll kick it out from the elbow. Pull up, no. And a good job by Daly of establishing position on that glass as Lynch found herself in tough positioning. But there to clean it up was Murray. Murray's got 11. Salem 2-on-none. And again, missing the layup. Paquette will come back the other way. 3-on-1. Pretty bounce pass in stride. Lynch able to finish it. Coach Oliver says we're going to talk this one over. So just like that, it was a 7-4 game or a 7-3 game. Cardinals have gone on a huge run here as Coach Oliver and the Blue Devils will talk it over. Coach Craig will get together with his squad. We mentioned this is a Salem team that is 3-6 on the season. They've lost their last 3 after starting out at 500. But that last loss was a 66-44 loss to Pinkerton Academy. Now you see a 22-point loss and you say, wow, that was a tough one. But a team of freshmen and sophomores largely going up against a favorite year after year in Pinkerton, that is a silver lining, if you will. You have to be happy with the direction of the Salem team. And Meanwhile, the pep band is going off the rails on the crazy train. Steve Cody headbanging up here. How do you keep the camera so still, Steve? That's technology right there. Good stuff. You can't see it, but Steve is wearing the 1987 Hampton Beach half shirt, the mesh variety. You all know what I'm talking about. You had one too. Murray goes up and she'll get blocked. Good defense there by Nunez. Cards will retain possession. You've missed me, Steve. You can admit it. It's okay. It's all right. All is well with the world. Murray now in the paint. Oh, it was a pretty bounce pass intended for Muller, and it just kind of was too low for her to get to. So Guertin now. It's like a 2-2-1 type press here. We'll see if we get any kind of trap action at half court. And how do you break it? You go deep, and that's exactly what they did. Good quick hands there, back the other way. Murray will step back, and why not? She's got the hot hand, and cleaning up the glass, no one but a body on Muller, and she cleaned it up. 44 seconds to go here, first quarter, a 24-4 Guertin advantage. Baseline double team, pull up, pretty shot there, friendly rims from Mosto, and Gabriella has 6. As a matter of fact, she has all Salem Blue Devil points. Paquette now in the half court, over to Murray. Little two-player game here up top. Salem in their player-to-player defense. Oh, and a pretty move there as the give and go as Paquette is on the board. 9 seconds. There's a lucky fan. You'll have to give that back, sir. Nice one-handed bounce pass there. That man knows where the gym is. Valerie Nunez playing for the last shot. 4 seconds, now 3. In the paint, thrown up. No, as the first quarter will come to an end here. It is a 20-point Guertin advantage as the Cardinals on top of the Blue Devils, 26-6. And that was the Olivia Murray show there in the first quarter as the senior finished with 11 points, including 3 for 3 from the free throw line. She has the hot hand. But an ever the unselfish team is BG as they share the basketball so well. And it is, as Coach Craig said, becoming a hallmark of this particular team as 5 different Cardinals are averaging 2 or more assists per game, led by Brooke Paquette, who runs the point most of the time. She's got 5.5 assists per game. And 4 are averaging double digits in the scoring column, led by Murray at 14.4. And when you look at a player like Megan Stack, who for most teams would probably drop 30 points a night, she's just happy being the distributor, the rebounder, the defender. Everybody on this team has a role, and it seems like they have embraced it. And that's why you stand at 9-0 with a chance here to go 10-0 tonight. Huge contest on Saturday evening against Wachusett in Massachusetts. And that is one of the games that the Cardinals lost a year ago. But if any indication, they are not looking past this Blue Devil team. That one, a little mustard on that hot dog as it was zipped towards the cheerleading squad standing out of bounds. Went off of a Blue Devil horn and back the other way come the Cardinals. Paquette now being marked closely by Nunez. Right-handed dribble. Now back to the left. Crossover finds Wheeler. Wheeler takes a dribble. And a little two-person game being played. And stagnant feet on the high posts. And now they get moving. And they get it back out. Lynch, no. Cleaning up underneath. And leather souffle there, and I think they're going to call it off of Hinchy, and maybe her 4th block shot of the night. Guertin keeps possession. 7:20 to go in the first half, 20-point advantage. Nice bounce pass, a little too much on that one, as back the other way comes Salem. Getz didn't have the numbers, so she kicked it back out. And if Hinchy had turned around, she would have had a good look at the basket, but kicked it out for a three that was no good. Cards will run. Lynch keeps the ball from hitting the floor, and that's the difference. A year ago, she probably puts it on the floor for a power dribble, giving the defense a chance to get back in the game. Not this year. Oh, and stepping into that passing lane was Stack. Cards will run again. Does not have the numbers. Oh, pretty bounce pass, no look from Wheeler to Stack. As Coach Oliver has five substitutes ready to check into this game, and here they all come. And the lineup is sophomore, one senior, two sophomores, a freshman, and another sophomore. So I'll make a comment on that in a minute. Is Stack having all kinds of trouble, and a nice job by the Salem defense to not foul. Very similar to when Coach Craik goes to the bench and he brings in five really good players, and Coach Oliver brings in five really young players. And that bodes well for the future. However, the future is now for this Cardinal team as they enjoy a 24-point advantage, up 30-6 with 5:50 to go. All up in her pockets was Wheeler, playing good pressure defense. Paquette got beat to the spot, but Stack comes over with a double team and a nice job. Murray will be the beneficiary of that one. The senior now has 13 first half points. But that one all started with Megan Stack on the help defense. Burns now working at the top of the key against Lynch. Establishes a pivot foot, needs some help. In danger of getting a 5-second violation. This is George now. And there was some miscommunication as Stack found herself out on the perimeter trying to direct defensive traffic, and a Blue Devil was underneath the hoop, and Coach Oliver knew it. It was airmailed into the bleachers, or into the, towards the stage rather, but it was there. He saw it. Cardinals now in their half court. They'll work it around the perimeter. Fired from downtown, and Yahtzee! Wheeler with a three-bagger, and she has 7. We got an offensive foul called here, I believe. We'll wait and see, get the number. It's going to be against Madeline Bealey. I believe that is her first personal. A little conversation here at the scores table. Want to make sure they get it right. Nice job by all parties involved. Back door, no one standing on the baseline. Got to be careful there. It's one of those situations where the handrail can do bad things. That one sent a little too high. Cards will run. There is Wheeler, and she gets hacked in the act. I believe that's going to go against Michaela Burns, if I'm not mistaken. And it is. That'll be her first personal. And Wheeler will head to the line. Knocks down the first. 1 Cardinal and 2 Devils will enter the game. It's going to be TB Tall Brook for the Cardinals, and she'll stand at half court and get the defensive instructions. Murray back iron on that one. 1 out of 2 for the senior. 36-30. Murray dialed in on defense. Eyes on belly button. Oh, that one, and good quick hands, and back the other way comes Wheeler. Wheeler runs and almost gets the left to go. She couldn't finish it, but she'll head back to the stripe. That one going to go against Ayla Reagan. That's her second personal, I believe. It's the team's 7th, so pretty sure Wheeler was hacked in the act, so she'll get 2, but Cards are now in the bonus. So they will spend the rest of the first half at the line. Not to be outdone, they only have 1 team foul with 4 minutes to go in the first half. 1 out of 2 for the senior. She's 50% on the night. She's got 9 points, and here comes Salem. And I think that one got a piece of it. Kick back out up top of the key, looking for a backdoor. No, pull-up jumper. No, Stack will clear the glass. Cards will run. Daly, bounce pass. Murray goes up and under. Couldn't get it to go, but Daly followed it. Cards keep possession. Shot fake. Nice backdoor cut. Wheeler, yeah! And she's got 7 here in the second quarter. 11 total. Another nice backdoor pass there, as finishing on the other end was Michaela Burns, and she's in the scorebook. Stack comes back the other way. (41-8), Cardinal advantage. Good communication by Coach Craig's squad. That one fired from the outside. It was a good look from Marinelli. She couldn't get it to go. Stack got the rebound, found Daly. No. Glass is cleared by Marinelli, who did a nice job getting back on defense. Reagan now. Leather souffle out of my kitchen. You are banished from the kingdom of Leatherwood. That was Brooke Muller with authority. It's a good thing the pep band wasn't on the stand there. We would have to get a crowbar to get that thing out, dislodged from the tuba. Foul will go against Paquette. That's her first. That's just the team's second team foul. That is unheard of here. Coach Oliver calling timeout. He's going to take a 30-second variety, I believe. We are 2:35 away from intermission here. A 41-8 Cardinal advantage. And the pep band. I'd like to hear some Crazy Train again. I'm not going to lie to you. And again, you can't see this, but Steve Cody cutting a rug up here in the stands. It is unbelievable. He wouldn't put the camera on himself. There's breakdancing going on up here. I've never seen anything like it. A true child of the 80s. Beach Street. Blue Devils trying to inbound the ball. Good motion. Baseline stops short there. Paquette comes away with the steal. Cardinals with a 4-on-3. Paquette coast to coast. Good body control there by the senior point guard, and she has 4. And reading the same book but not on the same page, as she was looking for a backdoor cut that never got there. Daly now. Paquette into Lynch. And a chance for a three-point opportunity. You could hear Coach Craig say, layup Lynchy. He knew the play that was coming, and a little give-and-go action. And Lynch with a chance to complete the three-point play. Front iron, no. Rebound goes to Burns, and Salem will come the other way. 1:51 to go here, first half. On the campus of Bishop Guertin, and Murray stepped into that passing lane, got a wing on it. Salem will start things up again. Reagan now losing her dribble. Finds Case underneath. Get out of my kitchen! Another block shot there by the 6'2 Muller. Paquette will bring it out. Clearly the punishment was banishment there on that one. Daly. They have the skip pass open. Paquette will take it to the hole, and the rebound will go to the Blue Devils as Paquette a little too hard off of that glass, but another steal by Murray. Just about a minute to go here in the first half. We'll see what she does. Little hesitation, dipsy-do up and under. You would have thought she was going for her CDL license on that drive. Fired from the outside around the rim. No, Paquette almost had her pocket picked. They're looking a little winded out there, Steve. I don't know if Murray called glass, but and again, Coach Craig must have heard me as he goes to the bench and calls a timeout with 39.9 seconds to go. And you look at the faces of this Guertin team. They are playing with their hair on fire. Coach Craig will talk to the crew. And look, if you're Coach Oliver, you have to be wondering, what more can we do? They've had some good looks. They've defended well at times. They've definitely had some good pressure on the offensive side of things. And Coach Oliver said it, look, we're playing against girls that are 2 and 3 years older than us, and it does make a difference. We've seen the growth of this Guertin team over the course of the last couple of years. Murray and Lynch, and even Stack to a degree, where they have just come so far in a little over a year, and have to believe that that's where this Salem team will be a year from now. Stack, elbow, extended, no. The lefty had a good look at it. 27 seconds to go here. Salem now. We'll see if they hold for the last shot. Yeah, and getting a little aggressive there was Murray. She's going to get called for the personal foul, just the team's third. And that is Murray's first. Reagan inbounds the ball to Marinelli. She'll work there against Lynch, and it goes off of Marinelli's foot. And she knew it. She just headed the other way, and she's now going to play defense. Just a freshman guard is Presley Marinelli. That's right, Ma, you heard that right. The young lady's name is Presley, my mom's favorite artist of all time, Elvis Presley. There you go, was meant to be. Thank you very much. Fired from the outside, good if it goes, no, and had a good look at it on a step back three was Murray. So the Cards will head into halftime 45-8 on the positive side of things here. So even more than the 45 points, you have to think about the 8 points that they've given up. Just a solid defensive effort. And the way to put it in perspective is, if the Cardinals had only scored 10 points in the first half, they'd still be winning. So great defensive effort here. I'm being notified that Colleen from Cornwall, once again, in the audience watching. Nice to see you or hear from you, Colleen. I hope all is well there on the banks of the Hudson. Jason Roby here along with the highlight guy, Steve Cody. We got the band back together, and we're taking it on the road to Emerson on Saturday to see if this Guertin team can avenge one of their losses from a year ago to Wachusett. But there's still a half a basketball to go here from this one. I'm going to take a break, get some water, do some calisthenics, maybe a little bit of dynamic stretching, and we'll be back for second half action right after this. Welcome back to the campus of Bishop Guertin High School, everybody. It is a 45-8 Bishop Guertin advantage. I'm here with head coach Brad Craig. And, Coach, have to like what you saw from that first half of action, particularly from the defensive side of things.
Yeah, I thought we were pretty good defensively, and I thought the pace was pretty good, too. We got up and down pretty well. We haven't practiced in 3 days.
Yeah.
With the weather and all the scheduling chaos and so forth. So wasn't quite sure what it was going to look like, but I thought the pace was pretty good. You actually saw we got a little tired at the end of the first half.
I made note of that. You had to take that time out and get the kids running out of gas, but they're playing at such a frenetic pace. And definitely not a situation where, look, you're coming off of a great win against Bishop Feehan and not looking ahead to Wachusett in a couple of nights here. Kids seem really dialed in, and from a coaching perspective or a coaching standpoint, you have to be really pleased about that from this veteran team.
Yeah, we actually had a little text exchange today during the day, and I just said, look, try to challenge them a little bit and said, look, you guys are a good team. Good teams usually step up and play well against other good teams from time to time, have lapses and so forth. And what I challenged them, I said, listen, these guys are going to come in and they're going to give you everything, that you want and more. You cannot not show up.
Right.
And so, at least in that regard, I thought they did a pretty good job. Lots of little things to clean up. We're kind of right in that middle part of the season where, we're trying to tweak some things and just get a little more crisp with our execution. But hard to pick too much of that first half apart.
And I was going to ask you during the pregame if there was anything at this time of the year that you mentioned cleaning things up. Is there anything that you're starting to implement maybe a little bit different as teams start to get a look at you on film and so forth? Do you start to change things up a little bit? Obviously, you do what got you here, but do you start to maybe integrate some new looks, some new things that?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. Again, you and I have talked about this so many times.
Yeah.
I think you can kind of get too cute by half and overcoach them and overthink this stuff. So I think what we're trying to find is just that right balance between recognizing that people have seen us on film now 8, 9, 10 times. And there's a lot of good coaches out there, and they're going to get ready for you. And so they're going to try to take away the things that you've shown on a regular basis. So, sprinkling in some stuff that people haven't seen, having some counters to the stuff that we do.
Right. I
think that's probably pretty traditional for everybody. But, we're just not going to make wholesale changes to what we do.
No, and why would you? Not at this point. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He is Brad Craig, the head coach of the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. We're just about ready here to get the second half action. Coach, good luck in the second.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. We will take it down to courtside, and Bishop Guertin enjoying a 45-8 advantage in this one. Coach Ricky Oliver's Salem Blue Devil team full of young players. 11, count them, 11 freshmen and sophomores on the roster, 1 junior, 1 senior. So some growing pains as he expected in this one. Paquette has 4, Murray with 13, Hana has 6, Stack with 9, Wheeler with 11, and Muller with 2. So 6 Cardinals are in the scoring column. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, Gabriella Masto, the sophomore guard, has 6 of the 8 points, and Michaela Burns, a freshman forward, has 2 to account for the Blue Devil tallies. Paquette now. Over half court, finds Stack beyond the three-point line. Kick out Wheeler. She's not shy. Yahtzee! That's her second triple of the evening. 40-point advantage for the Cardinals here. Ball goes off of Wheeler on a backdoor cut. And a good battle on the floor there. Jump ball is the call. Blue Devils will keep possession. Ball inbounded to Hinchy. She gave it up at the top to George. Into the corner. Good look from Regan. She couldn't get it to go. Stack clears the boards to Paquette. Finds Murray, goes up. No, nice little block shot there. And back the other way comes Salem. And an offensive foul as Stack established position. She was surprised she got the call. But she did. She was definitely there and had established. That was Gabriella Masta's second personal foul. Paquette now. Motion offense. Went off of her thigh. She was able to keep it from going out of bounds. Cards will keep things on the right side. And as I say that, they kick it around to the left. Lynch looking for a cutter. And a nice job of coming over the top was Charlotte Hinchy. Salem will come the other way. Delay in the key, and it'll go off of Lynch. Salem to inbound the ball. 6:44 to go here. Third quarter action, 40-point Guertin advantage. And a nice steal stepping into that passing lane. Murray will come the other way. 1-2, left hand, yes. She has 15. Jason Roby here along with Steve Cody, the highlight guy, bringing you all of the action. I'm doing the color and the play-by-play while Steve is on the moving pictures. It's clear the days of good grammar has went. Ball inbounded by Salem. Salem showing good patience here in the half court behind the back, and Paquette going to get called for the lean in. That's going to be Paquette's second personal foul. First of the half against the Cardinals. And ball goes right to Paquette on the inbound pass. It is a one-on-one opportunity here. Goes up, is fouled in the act by Lillian George. Paquette will have an opportunity for a three-point play. So that inbound pass came right to Paquette. And she was close to the top of the key, only had to contend with one defender. She went coast to coast. Back iron, no. Battling was Lynch. She kept it in bounds, hits the deck hard. Gets a nice hand from the fans here in attendance. And it's going to be a foul call. It looks like Gabriela Masta will be called for it. And that is her third foul. So the leading scorer for the Blue Devils has 3 personals here. Meanwhile, Lillian George will come to the bench for Coach Oliver's squad. Lynch, left-hand dribble through the middle of the paint. Hard off the glass, no. Cleans up her own mess and puts it back up and in. She's got 11. Backdoor pass. It's going to go off Murray's hands. Another substitute for Coach Oliver as Gabriela Masta will come off the floor. Inbounded inside the key. Pretty pass, pretty finish there as Madeline Bealey does the honors, and she is in the books. Paquette now. Directing traffic. He's looking for Stack on the low block. And they'll reverse it. Murray got it back into Stack, who's working on the low block, and very nice job, good recognition. She just couldn't finish it. Good defense by the Cards. Nice pass there and finish. And that's Paquette, beneficiary of a Lynch, or rather a Stack pass. A dish only bested by Chef Boyardee himself. 4:36 to go here, third quarter action. Kicked around the perimeter now. Hinchy. Stack guarding her closely. 15 on 15. Baseline, double team. Good help defense. Another pretty up and under. And I'll tell you right now, Madeline Bealey's made a couple of nice moves here on consecutive possessions. Lynch tries to kick it around. And it is kicked out of bounds as Muller and Daly will check in for Hana and Wheeler. Stack, left hand, no, and another block shot there for Hinchy. Looks like she might be out of gas just a little bit. She has really had some nice block shots here on the defensive side of things. Oh, and there she is, and good recognition and a good pass there. 2 on 4, you don't have the numbers, and I think what happened there was Murray tried to force it. Got to know your numbers. The count would be proud. No, rebound Paquette, back the other way. Oh, ball fake up, and another block shot. At my count, Hinchy might have 6 blocks here this evening. Here comes Murray. She'll take it up, but that time, Hinchy going to get called for the personal. That's her second, so some definite bright spots here for Coach Oliver is number 15, Charlotte Hinchy, the junior center, is just having a great game defensively, following that blueprint like a Mike Brady design. She'll get a well-deserved rest, as will Ayla Reagan and Madeline Bealey, who's had a couple of nice moves to the hoop. So you're seeing glimpses of what the future holds. $16 points now for Murray. Fired from the outside, no. Long rebound comes to Stack. She'll bring it up. Left-hand crossover to Hannah. Lynch, kick around. Patel's in the game now. She'll work the ball back out. Around it goes. Stack, no. Got her own rebound. 3 Blue Devils are on her, and there's nothing they can do because the length of Stack is just too much. Foul going to go against number 5, Valerie Nunez. That's her second, the team's 5th personal foul. Heading to the line is Stack. Stack back iron, no. Rebound up and in. And Muller, the 6'2" sophomore, goes up, cleans the glass. All she needed was some Windex and a couple of paper towels. Up there, nice finish for number, I believe it was number 5. Yeah, it was Nunez. She's in the books. 61-16. Until that, Muller goes up and under. A scoop that would have impressed Haywards. 2:04 to go here, third quarter action. Working at the elbow, up and under, and it looks like Muller's going to get called for the personal on that one. That's going to be her first personal. And as a result, Michaela Burns will head to the line for a pair of free throws. Burns has 2 points thus far. Make that 3. Stack will come out of the game. Paquette will head back in. Burns, second opportunity here. 1 out of 2 for the freshman forward. Paquette working on the freshman Nunez. Nice recognition up and under as Muller gets hacked, and that will be Caroline Case's first personal foul. Freshman guard, according to the scoreboard, has 2 personals. My mistake. Muller calmly knocks down the first. She's got 5. No, rebound. And Salem will attack the defense. That one is going to go off of Burns' leg, so Guertin gets possession. By the way, Steve Cody's favorite artist? None other than Elvis Presley. After I made that comment, you wouldn't believe it, in his car, he had the outfit from the 70s, not the leather comeback special outfit. We're talking the white flares with the gold, the huge taking care of business belt buckle. It is quite a sight here. I didn't know you could see inside with those sunglasses, but man, that is a good look, Steve. 64-17 Cardinals, 1:08 to go here, third quarter action. Nice pick on ball, and Daly is going to fight through that pick. And as a result, will get called for the personal. Guertin guards the inbound late. They got to get it in. I believe it was touched by Daly. It was. So back the other way comes Salem. Wouldn't have been a backcourt violation regardless. Oh, Euro step, pretty jump shot corner, no. And it was a good look. Paquette will run a 3-on-1 opportunity. Bounce pass to the block. Patel, no. Paquette trying to clean it up. She does. Kick out Lynch. She's not shy. Yahtzee! Hana! Knocks down a three-bagger. And Case was not expecting that one. Looking for a backdoor cutter in Molly Mosto. 67-17. Cardinal advantage. 23.1 seconds to go in the third quarter here. Paquette will pull things back, operate in the half court. 4 low players now. We'll see what they set up here for a play. Here comes the on-ball pick and roll. Paquette, kick out. Daly, Yahtzee. And there's just not much you can do there as at the buzzer. Oh, and not sure if it would have been good, but 70-17 at the end of 3. And you know, I haven't had a chance to do this in a while, Steve, so I'm kind of looking forward to it. I want to say hello to all of our friends watching from not only around the Granite State, but from around the country and around the globe. Hello, Schenectady, New York. Hello, Tallahassee, Florida. Hello, Lincoln, Nebraska. And hello, La Jolla, California. Nice to have you all joining us here. Rumor has it, Helsinki, Finland is watching. Not sure what time it is over there, but that's dedication. And speaking of dedication, fans, are you looking to play sports in college? The answer is yes. Let the highlight guy help you get noticed and recruited. The highlight guy creates highlight videos. They film sporting events and we live stream, all with the goal of helping athletes get noticed by college coaches. With the highlight guy, you are the star. Let us help you. Go to thehighlightguy.com or email steve@thehighlightguy.com to get started. Cardinals now working the ball around the perimeter. Daly underneath it goes to Stack. Right hand, no. Stack going to get fouled. Good defensive effort there by Hinchy. I believe that is Hinchy's third personal foul, at least by my tally. As her counterpart, number 15, Megan Stack, misses the first of 2 freebies. And 1 out of 4 for Stack on the night from the free throw line. I know she's not going to be happy with that. Baseline drive cut off there by Murray. She's going to get called on the block as Gabriela Mosto was trying to make something happen on the offensive side of things. Of course, we are on running time now. When it is a 35-point advantage or more in the fourth quarter, the clock runs 7:12 and counting to go here in regulation of this one. And we're going to get another foul, and I think it's going to go against Patel. Nope, it's going to go against Wheeler, so that's Caitlin's first personal. Cards now up to 4 team fouls, and that ball almost stolen by Patel, went through her wings, found the hands of George, who drove the hoop. Daly's going to get called for the foul. That's her third personal. And Lillian George, the sophomore guard, will head to the line for a pair. Sophomore guard calmly knocks down the first. Two out of 2 for Lillian. She is in the books. 70-19. Murray comes up the right side, looking for help. On ball, pick and roll, and good job of getting her hands in the passing lane. And that was a nice job by Gabriela Masto. So because of that defensive effort, discombobulates the offense a little bit, and as a result, Salem gets the ball. Possession will be over here in front of the Salem bench. Mosto, ball fake, got it in over the top. Patel almost came away with the steal. George has to pivot back around, finds Reagan. Reagan now tried to get it into Mosto. Ball stolen by Murray. And a little hesitation there. Sometimes we've seen that called as a carry. Olivia Murray goes up, and 18 points from Murray. And it looks like the foul going to be called on Wheeler. That is her second personal. Marinelli will check back in, and Hinchy will come to the bench and get a break. This young Salem team that does have some length and some athleticism, that could be a problem for some teams here in a couple of years' time. It's amazing what a year of development does, as George hits the front end, and she'll get a second. Both teams in the bonus here, 7 team fouls apiece. 2 out of 2 for the sophomore guard, and back the other way comes Murray. She'll run the point. Comes up the right side. 5:20 and counting here. Nice pick on ball. Stack. Hand it off there. Kuchalakis now. Got it to Wheeler. Wheeler was looking back door. Has to kick it back out to Stack. Little 3-player weave here. Behind the back goes Murray, and she'll get hacked in the act and head to the line. I think that'll go against Lillian George. Her second personal. Of course, the clock will stop during free throws. Murray looking to add to her point total. In and out. 3 Cardinals will come in. It's Lynch, Paquette, and Muller. Murray trying to notch her 19th point. She does. 1 out of 2 for the senior. Daly will check in as well. (73-21) Cardinal advantage. Ball intercepted by Lynch. She was hip checked towards the baseline. Was able to get it to Paquette. Goes behind the back, working on George. Left-hand layup misses. Salem will come back the other way. Things don't get any easier for this Salem team as they will play at Wyndham on the 30th. A 6:30 start there. Wyndham is 5-3. That was Lynch finishing on the other end. Nice move there by Hana. Losing the dribble, working it around into the corner. Bealey tried to drive the baseline. It's going to be a blocking call against Muller, her second personal. Molly Mosto, M&M will come in for Lillian George. No, and working hard on the glass to get that board. Had to chase it down was Muller. Cardinals will set up in their half court. Two high post-up players in Daly and Muller. Kuchalakis now over on the right side will drive to the baseline and kick out. Flashing through the paint was Paquette. No, Lynch will dribble through. Two cutters from both sides, and the Cards will reset in the half court. Tight man-to-man being employed here by Salem. Pick on ball from Daly. Lynch now directing traffic near midcourt. Paquette. Guarded by Mosto. Lynch. Muller, no. And the Cards will kick it out. 3:11 to go in this one. 75-21 Cardinals. Pretty pass there from Daly to Muller. And Muller has 9 to go with a couple of monstrous block shots. Low post Marinelli, she's going to get called for the too many steps on the travel. And Aliana Rosada Marshall will check into the game. So Nunez, Mosto, Marinelli, carry call there. Bealey and Rosado Marshall in for Salem. Getting ready to check in is Caroline Case for the Blue Devils. That ball stolen by Patel. Nice bounce pass there to Kuchalakis. Pretty pass. Working around, and just losing the handle was Nunez. May have been a blessing in disguise as there were 4 wings extended. That one may have ended up out of bounds regardless. 1:34 to go in this one. This is a Guertin team that will head to Emerson to battle Wachusett, site of a lopsided loss for these Cardinals a year ago. We'll see if the redemption tour will continue. This is a Wachusett team that is very good and will certainly give this Cardinal team all that it can handle. But timeout here on the floor. That is a 7 o'clock start at Emerson College. Pep band playing, got some dancing going on in the stands there. Pep band has done a nice job here. And if you haven't taken advantage of your mute button on your computer or TV, then certainly my voice has been muffled by the outstanding Pep band here at Bishop Guertin. Well, if you're Coach Craik, there's certainly been no letdown here. It doesn't matter if they didn't get a chance to practice or not this week, although I'm very certain that There will be a lot of Wachusett on the docket tomorrow afternoon. They will not celebrate this one for very long. Ball gets inbounded now. Salem in the half court as Nunez will run around. Dished off to Case. She'll fire. No. Offensive board to Mosto. M&M now. Kicks it out. Case. She'll fire again. No. Daly clears the boards. Lynch coming up the right side. She will take it to the hoop and finish. And Lynch has 13. 33 seconds to go. Salem in the half. Oh, a little miscommunication on the baseline. And it was an open look. Daly came away with it. Got it off to Kujalakis, and she gets fouled. So with 25.2 seconds left, Ariana will have an opportunity here. And it is 9 team fouls, so it'll be a 1-and-1 for the 5'6" junior guard. Jason Roby calling the action for you here on the highlight guy. Misses there. Steve Cody on the moving pictures. We'll see if we can't get a Cardinal or two up here for a post-game interview on this one. Nice up and under move. Another leather souffle there as Patel banishes her from the kingdom of hardwood. And that's going to do it here as Lynch goes behind the back. 2-1, and the steal will go in the books, but it matters not as Guertin 81-21 winners against this very young Salem Blue Devil team. And we'll see if we can't get a post-game interview. Maybe, not sure if we've had Olivia Murray yet, or Caitlin Wheeler. Ricky Oliver, class act, Salem High Blue Devils. Wish him well. As we mentioned, they will be at Wyndham next week. Or, excuse me, at Wyndham at the end of the week. Wow, easy for me to say. And looks like Olivia Murray is going to be joining us. She had 19 points on the night here. Drinking something in that pink cup of hers. Gotta be water. Liv, how are you, kid? Nice win. Good job.
Thank you.
We're joined here by Olivia Murray on the highlight guy, Jason Roby, along with Steve Cody on the moving pictures. And Liv, a great game by the Lady Cardinals tonight. You had 19 points, so certainly your scoring touch is there. But one of the things that I noticed was the defensive prowess. Out there pressuring on ball the entire time, working through screens. It's got to be something you guys take great pride in because, yeah, you scored 81 points, but more impressive maybe was you held your opponents to 21.
Yeah, one of our main focuses is defense. Like, as our coach says 100 times, like, he doesn't care about who scores the ball. He cares about, like, getting stops on defense. That's really what we focus on in all of our games.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And it seems like you share the basketball. I've made note of that. You guys share the basketball very well in all of your games. You had a great win against the number 2 ranked team at the time, Bishop Guertin, earlier in the week. And Saturday you head over to Wachusett. Do you quickly turn the page on this one? Because I know you haven't had a chance to practice a lot.
Yeah.
You really turn the page quickly and get into the Wachusett?
Tomorrow is going to be like a really hard practice. We got to be really locked in. Wachusett's going to be a really good game. So
it is. And do you kind of have some thoughts about that game from a year ago when you went there and things maybe didn't work out for you guys as well?
We definitely don't want a repeat of last year. So once again, like, we're going to be really focused defensively, and like the offense will just come with that, and just sharing the ball, finding the open person, and just doing what we can do.
What do you see as the difference? Because to me, and again, you win a state title last year as a team, and you do it without a Megan Stack, and you guys really had to up your game a year ago. But when I watch you on the floor, this seems like a completely different team. You guys really seem dialed in. Is there something that you're doing different, or is it just we're a year older, our expectations are higher, and we know what we're supposed to do?
I think part of it is like us being a year older, but I think like last year we were still a really good team, but I feel like this year we're just like showing more heart on the floor, and we're just like playing. We're way better than we were last year, and we're just playing really good together.
And it can be disheartening for your opponents when you look at the scoring lineup and everybody's averaging double figures. I mean, there's nobody that's scoring 25, 30 points. Occasionally you have a 23-pointer or a 20-pointer. You had 19 tonight. But when you look up and down the roster, it's hard to put defensive focus on any one player on your team, isn't it?
We just share the ball. Like, if one person's having like an off game offensively, they'll get it back on defense, and pretty much all of us can score, so we don't really have to worry about that.
Does your team talk about end game goals, year-end goals, or do you kind of try to stay in the moment and whatever's on the schedule next?
Obviously we want to win the championship again, but we try to just stay focused like day in and day out and just take it like one step at a time, game by game.
And what keeps you grounded? What keeps you guys focused on that? You know what? We've got Salem tonight, a team that has 11 freshmen and sophomores on their roster, yet you guys played like it was the state championship game out there. How do you keep that desire and that fire sometimes against teams that might not be as good as a Wachusett or a Bishop Guertin?
I would say Brad's like pretty hard on us, and he doesn't want us to like let up no matter what, and it's just like it doesn't matter who our opponent is. Like, we're going to play the same way we should every single game.
Well, she is Liv Murray. She is our player of the game. We're really looking forward to taking that trip back to Emerson to play Wachusett. Some unfinished business there. Go get yourself hydrated. Watch some film. I don't know what we got in the cup here, but that's a nice little. Steve Cody was commenting on that. He's looking to get one himself. So congratulations,
Amazon.
Liv. Awesome. What did you say?
Amazon.
Oh, there you go, Steve. Look, he's typing it into his computer right now. What a multitasker he is. Elvis impersonator, Amazon guy. Good for you, Steve Cody. Anyway, Liv, best of luck on Saturday. We'll see you at Wachusett.
Okay, thank you.
You bet.
Sorry.
You're good. All right, she is Liv Murray. She had 19 points tonight. A defensive stalwart in her own right. The Cardinals shared the basketball. We'll take a look at some of the final numbers here. Paquette, who had 23 against Bishop Guertin in that last game. 8 points tonight. 8 points tonight. So obviously, pick your poison. You know, if she's not going to be scoring the basketball, she's going to be playing defense, passing, rebounding, doing some of the dirty work. Olivia Murray, as we mentioned, had 19 points. Hannah Lynch had 13 points. Megan Stack, 13 points. Catherine Daly had 3. Kuchalakis had 2 points. Caitlin Wheeler, 14 points. And Brooke Muller rounding out the scoring with 9 total points. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, Lillian George had 4 points. Valerie Nunez had a bucket. Madeline Bealey had 4. Gabriella Masto had 6. Charlotte Hinchy had 2. Michaela Burns had 3. Certainly a team that we'll be keeping a close eye on over the next couple of years, this young Salem Blue Devil team, and I'm sure they're going to look much different a year or two down the road than they do tonight, and that's the future. However, we are here in the present. This is a Bishop Guertin machine that's going to get on the bus and drive to Emerson College, site of one of their losses from a year ago against Wachusett High School, a powerhouse there in the state of Massachusetts. We'll cross the border. The highlight guy, Steve Cody. My name is Jason Roby. We'll see you there. And remember, it's not the critic who counts, but you can always count on the critic. Have a great night, everyone.